Hello, this is Robert from Intrinsic Dev. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install and set up our official myQ driver for RTI. Also, I will be creating a quick virtual panel for one garage door opener. As this is an official RTI certified driver, we can download it from within Integration Designer. So there's no need to download from our website or the RTI driver store first and move files around to directories. This is all very simple. So let's begin. File, New System, File Name. Let's call it myQ GDO, my garage door opener. Save. Going to add my XP3, add processor. Drivers tab. Going to look for myQ, which is here. Next, add device. Also, I recommend you install RTI's XP Diagnostics driver in case we need to look at debug. Here. Next, add device. Controllers tab. Going to be adding the virtual panel. Add device. You can leave as the default size. Rooms, let's add the kitchen, add room. And then we can close this. Here's the myQ driver installed. There are some additional files here. There's the RTI driver itself, our integration note for more info on this process, and an example Apex file, which is fully set up virtual panel for one garage door opener. A license is required for this driver to work. We can click Purchase License here. So it'll take us to our website, intrinsicdev.com. Click Buy License Key. Licenses are tied to your processor's MAC address. You'll see that's the first thing to enter here. If unsure of your MAC, you can find that in Integration Designer, Show Devices on Local Network. Here's my XP3, there's the MAC. Also, we can see our IP address here. We will be using this in a bit. After the purchase is complete, we don't need to download, but you'll see this takes us to Dropbox, where there's also a version for ID9, but we do recommend you use ID11. Before we can start programming our RTI system, we must complete the myQ driver authentication process. We start this by heading to the Management Port webpage, accessed via entering the processor's IP address, followed by a colon and the port number set here in driver properties into a web browser. If the web page does not load on the default port, there are others that you can try here. Let's send this to the system. Current target. Here's my XP3. And send. I'm going to open a browser. Entering my IP address here. (9120) with a colon. Give it a moment for the driver to start. If you see this, try to hit reload. There we are. This is the parent key page. The key is not here yet. The driver is still initializing. Hit refresh. And here we are. So we're going to copy this key. We're going to follow the link here. Notice the link has opened in a new tab. Leave this open, we will be returning here. Paste the pairing key and hit authenticate. Please note you only get one successful authentication. This has to be the end user account that's being activated. Sign in. Consent, Intrinsic Dev driver for RTI. Authentication complete. The driver will now pair with the cloud devices. So if we now return to this first tab and refresh to view device ID and name lists, and here we are. So this is where you'll see your myQ devices that the driver has discovered after the pairing process. You must copy all device IDs that you wish to control and paste into Integration Designer. I'm going to copy my ID. The name column here shows the names as set in the myQ app. This is what will be imported and available via the name text variable if import device names from myQ is enabled. But more on that in a second. Using the web page as a guide, we're going to select how many devices there are for each device type via these drop-downs. So I had one garage door opener, and using this device ID input field, I paste my ID there. If import names is true, The device will use the device name set in the myQ app for the named text variables. These imported names cannot be shown in Integration Designer while programming, so instead you'll see the default device names, which are GDO, Gate, and Light 1 to 12. If you wish to set custom names, unselect Import Names, and you'll see there's the default name I just mentioned. You can use this input field to enter your custom name. Call this Aston Martin. These names will now be used for the name text variables. Whatever is entered here will be used to identify your devices throughout Integration Designer. Note that toggling input names on and off does not erase the text entered into this name field. So if you've changed your mind and want to import names from myQ instead, to avoid the confusion of seeing this old custom name, revert it back to GDO1, or you could leave it as blank. I'm going to import names. So now to wrap things off, I'm going to build a quick virtual panel. To assign the variables and commands, go into Tag Browser, Show myQ Driver Tags, GDO Close 1, GDO Open 1, put my state there, name here, edit text here, I'm going to put Close, and Open here. Also, I'll show you how you can access variables here. Name state is open and is closed. It can also be used as text variables. I'm just going to leave it as open and close. And now to show the Boolean variables available, I'm going to add some bitmaps. So when is closed is true, I want to show this closed bitmap. And when is open is true, I want to show this one. Now I'm going to stack these on top of each other. The tags displayed here in Tag Browser are in accordance with the number of devices set in driver properties. So if we were to have 5 gates, you'll see gate 1 to 5. Events, open and closed. These are also in accordance with the number of devices set in driver properties. So that's our single garage door opener programmed. I'm going to resend the system. myQ, going to open. Thanks for watching.